What if I told you that over 1,400 years ago, a man recommended a toothbrush, and the World Health Organization is still recommending it today? No, I'm not talking about some ancient folk remedy that people use because of tradition. I'm talking about a scientifically validated, dentist-approved, peer-reviewed oral hygiene tool that Prophet Muhammad introduced to the world in the 7th century. It's called the Miswak. And by the end of this video, you're going to see Islam very differently. Stay with me. Welcome to Path to Islam. I'm Mohammed, and on this channel, we explore Islamic knowledge in a way that's clear, honest, and backed by evidence, for non-Muslims, new Muslims, and anyone who's genuinely curious. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating intersections between Islamic tradition and modern science, the Miswak, and we're going to look at the actual evidence. No exaggeration. No vague claims. Just facts. Let's get into it. So first, what exactly is the Miswak? The Miswak, also called the Siwak, is a tooth-cleaning twig taken from the Salvadora persica tree, sometimes called the toothbrush tree. It grows across Arabia, East Africa, and parts of South Asia. Here's how it works. You cut a fresh twig, chew one end until the fibers soften and separate into natural bristles. Then you use those bristles to clean your teeth, gums, and tongue, the same way you'd use a toothbrush. No toothpaste needed. No plastic. No chemicals. Just a natural twig. Sounds simple, right? Almost too simple to be impressive. But this is where things get really interesting, because the chemistry inside that twig is anything but simple. Researchers began analyzing the Miswak seriously in the late 20th century. What they found surprised a lot of people who expected it to be nothing more than a cultural habit. Here's what the Miswak actually contains. Natural fluoride. The same compound in your commercial toothpaste that protects your enamel from decay. It's already in the twig. Naturally. Silica. A gentle abrasive that removes surface plaque and stains, similar to what manufacturers add to toothpaste. Salvadorine and trimethylamine. These are powerful antibacterial compounds that kill the bacteria responsible for tooth decay and gum disease. Tannins. These reduce gum inflammation and strengthen the tissue around your teeth. Vitamin C. Supports gum repair and overall oral tissue health. Saponins and flavonoids. Additional antimicrobial agents that protect against infection. This is not a short list. This is a complete, naturally occurring oral hygiene formula, packaged in a single twig. Now, multiple peer-reviewed clinical studies compared Miswak users directly against people using standard toothbrushes with commercial toothpaste. Results published in the Journal of Periodontology found that Miswak users showed equal or better reduction in plaque and gingivitis. And then, the World Health Organization formally recommended the Miswak as an effective oral hygiene tool for global use. Let that land for a second. The WHO, the International Authority on Global Health, recommending something Prophet Muhammad introduced 1,400 years ago. Science didn't discover the Miswak. It just confirmed it. Now let's look at what the Prophet actually said and did, because the detail here is remarkable. He said, "If it were not that it would be too difficult for my ummah, I would have commanded them to use the Siwak before every prayer." This is recorded in both Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, the two most rigorously authenticated hadith collections in Islamic scholarship. 5 daily prayers. He wanted his followers cleaning their teeth at least 5 times a day. That's more than twice the recommendation of modern dentistry. He also used the Miswak when he woke up in the morning, before he went to sleep at night, when he entered his home, and before meeting with others. This was not casual. This was structured, deliberate, and consistent. He also said, "The Siwak purifies the mouth and pleases the Lord." This is very characteristic of how Islamic guidance works, the physical and the spiritual together. Cleaning your teeth isn't just hygiene. In Islam, it's an act of taking care of the bodyguard entrusted to you. That gives it meaning beyond just avoiding cavities. Here's what I want you to take from this. The Miswak is not a one-off coincidence. This is part of a consistent pattern in Islamic guidance. When you study Islamic teachings on diet, fasting, cleanliness, sleep, mental health, and even social behavior, you keep seeing the same thing. Guidance that was given in the 7th century that modern science keeps confirming centuries later. For people who are exploring Islam from outside, this matters, because it's easy to dismiss religion as something old and irrelevant. The Miswak makes that argument very hard to maintain. A man in 7th century Arabia recommended a dental tool with a specific chemical composition that modern researchers would validate 1,400 years later. He didn't have a lab. He didn't have a microscope. He had divine guidance. That track record is worth taking seriously. If you're someone who is curious about Islam, or you're a new Muslim still learning, I want to invite you to keep exploring. At Path to Islam, we break down Islamic knowledge in a way that's clear, honest, and accessible. No confusion. No extremism. Just the real teachings of Islam, explained in plain language. If this video made you curious, click the link in the description to explore our courses and resources. We've helped thousands of people from all over the world understand Islam the right way. And if you found value in this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to see this. Because knowledge like this deserves to travel. I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum.